What's up, everybody? It's MrAeroHD here, back with another episode of my eSports drift career, and it's a new season in SSR Street Style Reborn. We're still driving the S13, but everything works a little bit different now. Oh no, when you're going Aero, you're not showing us qualifying, and you have a battle queued up. That's because there is no more qualifying. The way SSR works now, if you guys are familiar with one-star drift, is the same exact format, pretty much. So I'll see if I can get you something on screen. So this is how this is going to work. I'm taking this from the SSR Discord, and again, any information about Street Style Reborn will be in the description below. This is going off points from last year. We came 6th overall. Yeet. These 8 drivers are all locked into a top 8. So we don't have to do any malarkey. We're in the top 8 of that top 16 bracket. All of these drivers have to kind of go against each other. So, for example, the real bracket was a little bit different, but Nathan 240 has to go against ES Peter. If Nathan wins, he'll go against Royal Savage. If Peter wins, he'll go against Royal Savage. If Royal Savage wins, he's in the bottom 8, that top 16, if that makes sense. Prophet goes against Cookie. Whoever wins that battle goes against Tofu, and whoever wins that battle is seeded 12th in the top 16. So we didn't have to do any of this garbage. We got a bye into the top 16. In that top 16, we had a really hard bracket. So we had Trionic. If we won that, we were going against Renjiro. If we won that, we were going against Rousey. And if we won that, we were going against Cubone. Xe's been around for as long as I've been around. They're an excellent team. I haven't really heard of Trionic before. Maybe I have under another name. Renjiro, top 3 in points last year in ESDA. Rousey came 2nd, I believe, or did really, really well. Rousey's won ESDA events. Cubone as well. Cubone's always out there taking W's and at least taking top 3s. A difficult bracket, but we got seeded 6th out of 30 plus drivers. So that's I can't be upset with that. And this is our first tandem battle. Like I said, it was the last battle of the top 16 against Trionic. Trionic ended up winning all of his battles, those 3 battles to get through. He did the whole way through the entire bracket. So he definitely had the momentum, but I was feeling myself. I might cut in some clips from their stream. I was streaming it as well over on Twitch. I might cut in some clips from my stream. I was riding a confidence that I have not felt in a long time. Trionic is a very good driver, but this is what happened. As we do, we're going to go through and break down the runs here. I again normally like to show I'm going to start showing a 100-point qualifying run for ESDA, or whoever got the highest qualifying run. I'm going to see if I can find it, or at least steal it from the stream. But there is none, so I'll have to point out the line to you guys as we go here. So coming into turn 1 here, your 50 roll ends at the end of this curb. And I'm pointing my little cursor. There's no official entry point, but I found that this light is where you want to start entering at the very least. So I started entering there, and I knew I've been watching Trionic through the stream because I obviously had a bunch of battles. I knew he had trouble with people who did anything wacky in the lead run. If I ran a smooth lead run with not a whole lot of, like, no big angle, nothing really unexpected, he was going to beat me. So my whole plan here is to throw big angle turn 1 and kind of hope that phased him a little bit. So I throw a big angle turn 1. I'm actually backwards here. And if you do it right, if you get on the gas right about where I am right now, you'll push out mid-track and it sets you up for the rest of the section. So he's following me inside. I'm already on the gas here. I'm taking off. He's a bit outer, so he's going to lose some ground. Goes to gain ground here. I could have been a little bit more inside, but I apexed all wrong. Let me see. I should have waited like half a second more. Like the clipping point's right here, but if you apex right here, you can run a bit of a smoother line and get more of a run through the power alley. I didn't do that, so I opened him up to catch me a little bit, but for whatever reason, he just kind of wiggles and then straightens out, unfortunately. I ran right out to the curbing. I don't know if this was a tire drop, but that's what I was running. I was putting one tire on the curb. Big flick entry, or big flick. Looks like I dropped a tire here, but I did not. Ran this outer white zone, which is what you're supposed to do. He went pretty shallow. Wasn't super close to me at any point. At this point, I was super feeling myself. He's out. He's done. He's done. He's done. I'm going to dig him on the follow. That's it. Fucking game over. I've got this. I've got this. No way. I threw him off with the fucking entry, and I kicked his ass on the outer zone. We ended up switching places. I thought I had an advantage, so I'm like, all I have to do is just be smooth. So this is my final one. Okie dokes. A little bit less explaining on how to actually do the section here. He enters a bit early. That's why I liked following first. I could wait a beat, and then you could actually get a good run on the follow car. I had a lot of practice on this track, thankfully, thanks to the meetups. We just set up a lobby on Marina for like 3 hours, and I got a lot of good practice against a lot of other drivers. So he gets on the gas about a second before I do. So I make that mistake. I am good, kind of close to him though. So I know because I got on the gas late, I drifted out wide. So I know if I throw a big angle, I might over-rotate and spin out, which is something I did in practice. Or I might eat too much curb here. I might go too wide. So what I did was, I'm still drifting, but I went very, very shallow just to make sure I kept the car in between the lines, kept the car on track. And then as soon as I was confident right here, I'm like, okay, cool, get back on the gas. He throws a big flick, but I know, again, you sacrifice, like, this is where you're supposed to be, where I'm using the cursor. But if I'm right where I am, I could gain big on him in the follow position. So that's exactly what I tried to do, but I got on the gas too late. I think I was too early. I was too focused on getting to his door that I got on the gas here, where I should have got on the gas like where he is, pretty much. So I ended up going really shallow. Fortunately, he also went shallow. So due to his straighten and the consistency from myself, your boy is in top 8 at SSR round 1 with a guaranteed 5th place because I qualified 6th, or I was seeded 6th. I took it to him. I took it to him. That's all I care about.
I know who I'm going for, just because Aero, I'll say this right now, Trionic had a great lead, but that mistake going into the last corner where he kind of straightened out and had to reinitiate, that's what killed him.
Please.
I gotta give that to Aero.
I gotta give it to Aero.
Yes! Fuck yes! Ah! Thank you! I'm winning this whole fucking tournament. I'm winning this whole fucking tournament. That's it. I'm fucking this whole team up. Fuck you, XE. This is my shit. I am winning this fucking tournament. Let's go. Oh, yes. You know what? I'm happy. We made top 8. That's all I wanted. All I needed was that one confidence boost. Trionic, I had to fucking work for that, man. Renjiro, again, I've seen what he's been doing. I don't think it's impossible. I think it's going to be very difficult, but I think it's fucking doable. I have, like, that much faith. I'm so done with losing. Dale gave me powers. Send it for Dale every day. All day, every day. So, again, really proud of myself here. We're going up against Renjiro in the next one. Renjiro, again, probably top 5 in the world, or at least in the conversation for it. Dude is nutty good. But I was very excited from this win. Again, I keep saying it, so I'm probably going to end up doing it. But I was riding a big wave of confidence coming into this, and felt like I could take him down. I felt like I could win the whole tournament at this point. So, yeah, here's my battle against Renjiro. So obviously it did not go the way I wanted it to. Coming off the 50 roll here, Renjiro in the R32. I did the cardinal mistake of I just shot inward too much. I should have let the car hang out a little bit and throw more angle. I was trying to do the exact same thing I was doing against Trionic, where maybe if I throw big angle, he'll just get confused, which was happening. Renjiro was ready for it though. He can't, like, see, I should have been where Renjiro was. I should have been a little bit farther out throwing that angle, and I think if I would have pulled that off, that would have confused the living shit out of him. Also, I didn't want to hit the gas where I did. Like, that angle is savable. The angle's not the problem here. It's where I am on the track. If I would have been a little bit wider, I could have hit the gas in the right place and then carried speed out of turn 1, which is what I was trying to do. What happened was because I was so far inside, I had to e-brake drag just to make the corner and not cut that first corner. I wanted to give myself a fight. At this point, I knew it was over. But I wanted to give myself a fighting chance just in case he made a mistake. So he's like, oh shit, what's Aero doing? He goes really shallow, which is fine. He's done nothing wrong. So you see, I run that curve really hard. I go for the big flick to try to get the car back that way and kind of continue my run. Right here, I've already over-rotated. my run's basically dead. I apex at the completely wrong place. I'm carrying way too much speed. I go way too far down on the curb. Renjiro's got a huge advantage. He's did a really excellent job following me, actually. So I'm like, you know what? You can actually hear me if you're watching my stream. I'm like, just send it. Just send it. Just do what you need to do. Oh, I fucked it a little bit. Fuck it. Just send it. Just send it. Just send it. Whatever. So I throw a big angle here. But unfortunately, just with the radius of the corner, you can't really do that at the beginning of the corner. He's like where he's at is what the angle you should be at, and I'm just past that limit. I don't know if it's possible to hold the angle all the way around, but I know it's impossible for me to do it. So you're gonna see me stall out here, and I'm like, oh shit, and then he runs into me. That's my fault. I end up going shallow again. That's completely on me. So he's got a significant advantage at this point. So I'm like, you know what? Pressure's off. You came 5th, which is, you know, you came 5th. Worst case scenario. So let's just try to throw a great follow run for the stream, for the people watching, and see what we can do. Put one on for the fans. So in my follow run, made a crucial mistake, and if you guys are just getting into battling, I'm sorry that I didn't show a little bit of 50 roll, which is actually really important. I let him get away from me in the 50 roll. That can ruin your entire run. I'm lucky that this track is not so speed oriented. It's a lot of style and flow. There's only one real fast section where you're going to lose time, and that's between turn 2 and turn 3. Turn 1 and 2 are so slow that you can gain ground pretty easily. But what happened was that you can see I kind of hesitated getting on the gas because I didn't want to be next to him going into the corner, and then he just takes the fuck off. That was my mistake. Basically ruined any chance I had of putting down an incredible follow. But I said, listen, I know how to gain ground here and make it not look so crappy, so let's see what I can do. Like, I should have been at least a car length ahead of where I was, but I should have been behind him, right? Like driving right behind him on the 50 roll. That's my mistake. Live and learn. That's something I gotta work on. I do that a lot. He put a great entry. Nothing super great though, but he kind of cut in a little early. That was the kind of the theme for this. People were heading into that corner a little early, which is cool because then I can use that to my advantage, gain some ground. So I've already gained all that time that I lost in the 50 roll. Again, I go a bit shallower here. I think that's a tire drop. I go a bit shallower here, but with the way you can take your line here, he takes the normal line where that's his apex. I shot to apex pretty much right there. That's where I wanted to be. I wanted to straight line this, and I figured, again, you've already lost at this point. Just do stuff. Just do cool shit. Ended up getting on his quarter panel, but then you see he's gonna pull away from me here. This is the one speed section. But just if you change your trajectory going into this corner just a little bit, you can suck right up to him. So I just went inside pretty early, and as soon as I got into the pocket of him on his follow, okay, cool. Move out, pour your angle. I stayed right with him. I think if I would have had, honestly, even if I would have had a good lead run, I would have lost here. I don't see him making any significant mistake. That is a what if though. I left it in the judges' hands. I still came 5th in the first round. We're 5th in points, I think. Not really sure how the points are going to work this year, but great confidence boost going into ESDA qualifying this weekend. Great confidence boost going into the rest of SSR. Again, guys, if you're new here, this is something I do quite often. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please think about hitting the subscribe button. If you want to follow me on Twitch and Twitter, that's where my two other most important social media websites. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Deuces.